Well, when your mic is muted, nobody can hear you. So this is Daryl Ledyard with Mass.Page and, of course, Relevant.Page. We're going to talk today about Relevant.Page and kind of compare it as to how it really stands on its own. It's its own entity, as far as I'm concerned, that will definitely make a difference if you're generating content for a website or all kinds of various things. So I'm going to show you some of the things that we've been using Relevant.Page to do internally. And if you have it, you're in great shape, especially the people that were lucky to get the lifetime deal. If you go to Relevant.Page, you can see the pricing on there. It starts at $49, but if you want to just take it for a test drive, it's just $7 for a 48-hour period, and you'll be able to check it out for yourself. So what I would like to do is bring up the screen here. This is the back end of Relevant.Page, and you can see my little head on here and getting started video. And one of the challenges I've had is that we have so many things that we're adding in and improving on it. So I did this video just a few days ago, and all of a sudden now we have a whole new feature, which I'm going to show you here today, that I think you're going to really appreciate and like. So without further ado, let me just take you a little tour through. So first off, at the top of the page now, we have become a affiliate, and you can click on that to become an affiliate of the program, and just put in your information, and we'll go ahead and get you into the affiliate program. It gives you 15% recurring revenue. So if you're looking for something that is a recurring revenue affiliate program, click on the Become an Affiliate, and you can get into that as well. Okay. ChatGPT, there's been a lot of talk about that, and of course, Jasper. But what I'm going to show you tonight is going to blow the socks off of those two apps. And those two are multi-million dollar, even billion dollar softwares. And this is Relevant.Page, which is homegrown from the fact that I needed a tool like this for a long time. And I just decided, you know what, I'm going to build it and share it out with you guys. So you get the most relevant AI copywriter on the planet, and I'm going to show it, and I'm going to prove it to you today. I know it's a big claim, but I'm going to show you exactly why you need this program, and you can fire the other tools, because one, ChatGPT, the more I go to that, the more I realize, one, it doesn't pass the AI generation detection, which is, tools like these that can tell that that is AI generated content. Okay. If you see this right here, 100%, that's coming from Relevant.Page. All I did with this is I took a news story from Google News and I ran it through Relevant.Page. And I was able to get a perfect score. Same thing here, 99% human generated, all from Relevant.Page. Right here, GTP. Detector. This was one that I was testing from ChatGPT, and it got less than 1%. Okay, so if these detectors can detect it, do you think that maybe Google can detect that you're using AI? Yes. And they've already said that they're going to crack down on that. Now, do you want to get into the naughty booth with Google? No, you don't want to lose your website's rankings and things like that. So you want to make sure that if you're doing it, make sure that one, you're looking through everything and making sure that it's factually correct. And two, you want to make sure that it passes these simple detectors at least. I think, there's no foolproof way to do it, but that is one way that you can definitely do it, is to check it through some various tools. And I'll put the links to these inside the video description after I stop the recording. Feel free to give a comment or anything inside of the group. Of course, hi, Mary. Thank you for stopping on. This is live, so we'll give you a chance to kind of see what we're doing behind the scenes on Relevant.Page and give you a chance to ask your questions live here. I should be on for about an hour or so strap yourself in. If you got yourself a desktop or a tablet, it might be the best way for you to actually see what I'm going to show you, because I can only enlarge the screen so far for you to read, but you can see this is the output right here from a news story. All right, so there's a lot to see. So let me not waste any time. Let's get right into it. Now you can see when you're into Relevant.Page. And again, you can take a $7 test drive for 48 hours and try it out at Relevant.Page. Okay, so here we go. We're going to go into here and you can see we have the Relevant AI Writer, the One Box AI Writer, the Website Content AI Writer, and the FAQ AI Writer. If you've ever done website design or anything like that, you know that copy is king. If you're doing affiliate, which is one of the things that I do, that's how I make my living, is affiliate and lead generation. So I build these tools for me and I'm sharing them with you, okay, for, to help you out, right? So if these tools are helpful for you, then great. And would love to have you, become an affiliate and send it out and have other people do it. We're not, the Jaspers, the huge companies, and copy AI. These guys are big guys. But you know what the problem is? Is their software does not work specialized. It's very, very generalized. And if you looked at, I've got so many AI writers, and they're all doing about the same thing. Okay. They're basically all like giving you these like little recipes. And it's like, yeah, I'm blown away. Like, how do I need like 20, 50 different recipes that I have to fill in 4 or 5 blanks in order to get nothing? I'm done with that. So that's why we built this tool, okay? We did this so that you don't have to fill in more than 1 or 2 boxes, basically, and you get yourself a great amount of really high quality content, okay? So I can't wait to show you guys this. Sorry if I have some plosives on the microphone. But yeah, this is okay. So let's go through the tool. We'll start with the very top one here. And this is the original, the OG. All right. And yeah, you see a lot of stuff going on. This humanify output, you don't really have to do as much with that. I've really changed the settings so you don't have to do hardly anything with that, but it's there if you want to add emojis or if you want to add a different writing style. It's all there for you. All right. The top box is if you have a brand. Again, it's recommended. It's not required, but you can always put in something. If you have a brand, you can do that. And that one of the unique things about Relevant.Page is that we can fetch research live on the internet to go ahead and fulfill like the information to feed the AI. Okay. This is not a spinner. This is not a generative tool that was outdated in 2021. This is current and live. So if you have a website that you just created today, you can go ahead and enter it in this enter URL box, and it will scrape the information from it. It'll grab the information in the meeting from that, and it'll go ahead and bring it in so that it can write off of it. So there's no other tool that does what this thing does. And so that's the important thing. So you got to make sure that you understand the difference between this and other tools. So thank you, Dr. Ralph, for coming in. I appreciate it. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what this thing can do. And there's a lot here. Okay. In this box over to the right, this is an editable research box. So when we gather the research and the structure, okay, it's going to put it all over into the right-hand box. You can now then change that around and get it set up to generate your AI content from that structure. So if you're writing a book or a magazine article or any kind of thing at all, you'll be able to use that editable research to go ahead and change that to get exactly what you're looking for. The other thing that is an exclusive with Relevant.Page, and I'm the founder and programmer of this, I'm very proud of the fact that we now have these name replacements, location replacements, website, and phone replacements. What that means is you can grab the structure from a typical website. All right. And then you can replace all of the branding, location, phone numbers, and websites to make it yours. Okay. Now you're leveraging the work of somebody else. If there's another website company that is doing chimney repair, right? Or some kind of website that is doing something, why should you rebuild the structure of a typical website in a certain niche or any kind of thing, right? Why don't you grab that structure and use that as your research, just like you would if you're doing a term paper, just like if you're doing anything else. You would grab the structure from what is already out there. And that's what Relevant.Page does. It builds relevant content with artificial technology, artificial intelligence technology, and it allows you to leverage your time and get your time back. Okay. So I'm all about efficiency, and I'm all about trying to find ways to improve it for startups and entrepreneurs to give an opportunity. And one of the things we're finding that Relevant.Page will do is some really crazy other stuff. I was with my stepdaughter early tonight, and we got it to write fan fiction. We got it to write stories, fiction, using characters and plots and all kinds of stuff. So if we have time here today, I will go ahead and show you how you can even do it with that. But I'm very, very proud of this program, and I think that you really like it. Again, if you're interested, go to Relevant.Page. I'll go ahead and put the link on the screen here so that you can see that. And that is Relevant.Page. And you're going to be able to get into that. Now, if you have any questions and you want to reach out to me directly, you can go to Daryl.chat. That's my name, Daryl. .chat, and we can have a conversation about what this can do and what it can do, all of that kind of thing. All right. So Relevant.Page is the website. If you're interested, you can take a 48-hour test drive and try out all of this yourself. And give it a ride. All right. So now let's get into this and show you basically what you have to do. So it looks like a lot going on here, but we want to give you as much control as we can, so that way you can actually get the results you're looking for. Like I said, the other AI writers are almost like toys. They don't really give you the control to allow it to be used for professional use. I'm a professional. I'm not some experimenter in the AI world. I'm trying to use this as a professional assistant, right? To save me time, to get me better content, so I can get better ranking, so I can go ahead and get, better, income, right? That's the important thing, Thank you, Simon. Appreciate it. He says good stuff. He's definitely checked it out, and I've showed him a lot of what I'm going to show you today here on this call. So I think you're definitely going to appreciate it. All right. So what we're going to do here is we have to come up with like a sentence title or, some keywords. So what I'm going to do here is show you what it can do. So for example, if I put in Ledger Digital, which is my company, and you went to Jasper, you went to something else, they won't know anything about it. Okay. So this is my company, Ledger Digital. Now, if I hit fetch and research structure, what it's going to do is, you can see right here, I wish I could get a bigger mouse, but here says ledger.co, right? Which is my website. And then it enters it into here, which is, it's now going to scrape and pull information from that. And it also grabs the structure. What is it about my website? So if you see, it gives you an overview. It gives you what the services are, the benefits of working with, call to action, and conclusion. If you don't like that, you can go ahead and get a new structure, and you can set that up, just automatically, and it's going to pull the information from here. So for example, it actually pulled from the website different things like what is MassPage? That's one of our products, right? What can Ledger Digital do for you? Right? All of these kinds of things, right? It's pulling this information directly from the website. All right. Now we're just going to ignore the humanify part of it, right? All that kind of stuff. And I'm just going to put in Ledger Digital. Not that I have to. I'm just going to put it in there to just kind of show you how this works. And I'm just going to go ahead and generate AI content from structure. Now that you'll see this graph start to go, right? Now it's doing its work. It's going to go and write off of this structure, right? Off of this research that it pulled from the web. Now, you've never seen a tool that does this, okay? But here you go. And this is all very specific. Talks about my SaaS platform, MassPage. It's really deep. This is not like fluff AI content that you see everywhere else. This is like really deep, rich information about a topic that the other AI tools won't know anything about. Okay. It's just, they're not going to know anything about that. All right. So it could be very specific. Like, for example, I know that Simon does some work with SEO, but not just any SEO. He does SEO for photographers, right? And if we go ahead, I'm just going to go ahead and clear this out and show you guys that if you just did, I'm just going to reset, and all you got to do is hit the logo to reset it and everything like that. Oops, I ended up in the wrong spot. Hold on. I'm going to bring you back here. And what we're going to do is go for something very specific. All right. So let's say if I go with, let's see, let's just do SEO for photographers. And we're just going to go ahead and get structure from that. This is another way that you can use this, right? We're not checking any websites or anything like that. We're now just creating off of the AI some really good structure for the benefits of SEO. Now it's all right here. Now you can go ahead and generate. And I'm going to show you this big yellow button over to the left side, the auto research one step. That does this whole thing all at once. Okay, but it's going to do it through the website. So this is doing it like completely fresh, and it's going to write the content for us this way. All right. Now, if you have the unlimited plan, you'll be able to do this several times, but you can see here, there's quite a bit of content. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this and see if it passes the AI detection. Okay. I'm going to reduce this down a little bit so I can see. Okay. So we're going to cross this out. And this is a live call. It may come up as obvious AI, but it may be, see, it's 1%. So it might be something you want to run again or something like that. But what I'm going to show you in a little bit is how to get some really, really great, results from that. Like I said, that's unusual. Usually, if you go ahead and run it again, you'll get a full 100%. It really just depends on what you're doing, but you can just produce all kinds of content, and you can change the angle. Like I'd use this for YouTube descriptions, product descriptions, building out mass page websites, landing pages, ads, anything. Like I said, I was using it to write fiction earlier today. Okay. So there's a ton of different things you can do. And here's a good amount of work, stuff that comes out of just all we added was really this SEO for photographers. Okay. Now, let's say, for example, let me just go back and show you the other tools here. Hold on a second. Let me grab it out. All right. The other tools is this next one here called the One Box AI Writer. Okay. The One Box AI Writer is really, really cool. It gives you, it's really two boxes, but it gives you this one required box. Okay. And so if that, let's say, for example, and you don't have to write a lot. But let's say, for example, like here was leaked Galaxy S23 Ultra promo videos, surprisingly. Okay. So it has a 200 megapixel camera. Wow. All right. So we're just going to pop that in here under the URL, and we're just going to leave this. You can take it and crank it up to 1250. And what it's going to do is it's going to find out the meaning of this page, and it's going to write off of that meaning. Okay. So it doesn't know anything more. I didn't even put anything in a required box because it's going to fill in that information. And now here we go. This is all information that has come from that, and it's all been creatively written off of that. So we'll go ahead and we'll just take a look and see. Again, fingers crossed. I mean, here we are in a live. Don't know if it's going to do, but we'll see. But in our tests, we've been doing very good with it. So that's 12%. So I would just run it again, and then you would get a totally different article, and then you can do it again and again and again, right, to get to what you want. Or you can try to figure out what it is that, it really just depends on the content. It's what you have going in sort of dictates it. All right. Let's just take a look and see. Of course, this is the, what throwing caution at the wind here, but that's 99%. And you're going to find that that's what you get most of the time is over 50%, over 70% with this. But that is right from an article, right? I didn't read the article. I don't even know what it's about, but look at it. All this is about that, right? It's pulling it through. There's no other, like I said, there's no other tool that can do it like that. Now, what I'm going to also show you is when you get in the one box writer, you can go into, let's say, okay, this is a tool called SpyFu, and it helps you come up with creative words that people are buying, and things that they're buying paid ads for, and things like that. I use it as a brainstormer. Like I just put painting a house, and I just kind of put this in here to try to see what would happen. So I'm just going to put the average cost to hire for an exterior paint of house. Okay, what is the average cost to hire for exterior paint of house? So kind of a weird phrase. That's just what was coming up under SpyFu. I'm just going to go ahead and run that through and just kind of show you how just one sentence, right, can set this thing up for some really decent content, really high quality content that's not just surface level. It's not the typical stuff that you get from other tools. Okay. So let's go ahead and we'll take a look. Again, throwing caution to the wind. There's no editing in this process. So we'll see what happens. But this is why we give you unlimited. But look at 100% on that tool. If we go into here and we test this, it's 99.98% human, right? So that's really great. And if it wasn't, we also give you the chance to just rewrite the output. You can just push this button and it'll go ahead and rewrite the output that was given here. If you want to like summarize that, you can create a summary, and then it has a summary that you can use as a meta description or something else. Or you can do a language change. Okay. So if you want to change what we've written to German, you could just select German, and now you have that content in German. That's in Relevant.Page, our tool here. So I wanted to show you that. And there's still more good stuff, guys. There's more good stuff. If you guys want to see what I built this week, go ahead and put in the chat. Go ahead and let me know if you want to see what we built this week, because this is, I think, an amazing feature. And I want to make sure that I give you guys a chance to make sure you're paying attention to this next feature that is coming up here. All right. So go ahead and put in the comments in the chats if you're like paying attention, you want to see what we've done this week. It's a universal tool, okay, that will save you so much time when you're trying to put together a website or trying to put together any kind of content. It's called the Website Copy AI Writer. I'll come up with a better name for it, I promise. But this is really cool because what this does is it has over here 3 mandatory keywords. Okay. And you would then have, let's see, your content, which would be your main statement, your brand, all of these kinds of stuff, just kind of stuffed in there. You put your location, and then you have the various web page types. So you could have a blog post, a service page, an about us page, an FAQ page, reviews and testimonials, and web page. Like, it gives you everything you kind of want to see all in one freaking tool. Okay. One tool. Again, this is internet first. There's nothing like this anywhere. If you can show it to me, because this is incredible. Okay. So what we're going to do, I'm just going to bring that over. Average cost to hire exterior house paint. Okay. House painter. We're just going to put as a keyword, cost of house painter. And these are going to be keywords. Let's say house painter discounts. All right. And we're going to go ahead and let's put this location as, let's put in Buffalo, New York. All right. And now we're ready to go. Okay, we just filled in a couple things. Okay, just a few keyword terms, and these are optional, but suggest that you do it just because it gives you these keywords inside the content. If you're doing SEO, if you guys know what I'm talking about with SEO, you know that you want to have your related terms and things like that. So definitely put it in there if you think that that could help you. So we put in house painter, cost of house painter discounts. We have the average cost to hire an exterior house painter of house. Okay, whatever. And we're going to put it on blog post at first here. We have a location of Buffalo, New York. I'm just going to put in a company. I'm going to put in Daryl's Painters Incorporated. Just going to put that there, and we're just going to run it. Okay, I'm now a painter. Okay, all right. So we're going to go ahead and see what happens here. And this is going to create all with one form. It's going to create your blog post with these keywords in it. And it's going to put in your location, and it's going to put in all the details in here. Okay. I wish I could make this bigger for you so that you could see it. But here you go. If you're on a screen, you can see when it comes to hiring a house painter for an exterior of your home, you likely have a number of paint companies to choose from Buffalo. All of them have their own unique advantages and disadvantages, and many of them have different rates when it comes to the cost of house painter services. One of the most reliable and affordable options you have is Daryl's Painters Incorporated, a local painting service that offers discounts and packages to make the cost of their services even more attractive. So that is the blog post, right? It's less commercial. It's more, trying to stay up the middle. If you wanted to not have cost of, it would definitely change it. You can change all these terms. All right. Now I'm going to go ahead and try a service page. Now a service page kind of gets into specifics. And if you were to do, let's say, your mandatory keywords all about that service, it would be very, very highly pointed to that. So here's your service page, right? And it's more like service pages are really good for SEO, and it's a good way to kind of get people to check out your service. So you could have your main service up here at the top required part, and your sub keywords under mandatory keywords, and then you're gonna drive home some really good content. Change around those keywords again, rinse and repeat. Now you're gonna have a bigger service page. So I would just use that to make a longer service page by just changing out the keywords, because the reason why we picked only 3 keywords is we want to make sure that the page that it's writing is very relevant for that section. So I would recommend maybe doing it 3 times for each service page and break everything into a silo. So you have your main topic, and then you have your subtopics over in the right side, and you go ahead and run that service page through, and you're good to go. All right, now next is the About Us page. So let's see. I'm just going to go ahead and remove this and put Daryl's Painters Incorporated. We're just going to do an About Us page, and we still have the same mandatory keywords. I haven't changed those. We're just kind of keeping them. All right. And here we go. Here's about Daryl's Painters, based in Buffalo, New York. Daryl's Painters is a company dedicated to excellence in all facets of house painting. We strive to yada, yada, yada. All the kinds of stuff you would toil of how to build a service page or a About Us page. We've got you covered, right? It's all right here inside of this one thing. Now let's go with the FAQ page. All right. And I'm just going to go ahead and run this. Okay, FAQ page, frequently asked questions. A lot of times, frequently asked questions get what we call is the position 0, the featured snippet. Okay, and then here you go. How much does it cost to hire a house painter? The cost of hiring a house painter from Daryl's Painters varies depending on the size. And you can change this. You don't have to have Daryl's Painters. You could have your local painting company or something like that. You can change this whatever you want. And you could get all these frequently asked questions that are ready to go for you, and they go right into the answer. All right. Hopefully this is helping you guys. If you like and are excited about this, go ahead. I see that, Mary. Yes. Wow. I mean, literally, guys, I dare you, please find me where this is on the internet and show me, because this is, I've been looking for something like this, and it's just like, build it. Sometimes it's just like, you build it, right? Because it should be built. All right, next up is the homepage. I'm just going to skip over the testimonials for a minute. I'll come right back to that because that's my favorite part to show. And here comes the homepage. And it's going to use these keywords. And of course, the mandatory keywords you can change to whatever you want. But here you go. Here's some bunch of information to kind of get you started with a homepage. Home of quality home painting in Buffalo, New York. Welcome to Daryl's Painters, your go-to team for quality house painting services in Buffalo. We strive to provide the most professional, prompt. All of this is the kind of language you would see on a homepage. If you run this several times and you put it into a notepad and rearrange it, you're going to have tons and tons of content. And we haven't even changed the mandatory keywords, right? You can change the mandatory keywords and get any kind of angle you're looking for in the content. So these phrases will be in the content, which is great for SEO. Last but not least is the reviews and testimonials. We tried to do this with our mass page form, and we did it with kind of like a spinning way to do it. It was more of a algorithm kind of thing. This is quite amazing. Okay, so what we're going to do here is just go ahead and hit reviews and testimonials. And again, I'm not saying to make fake reviews and testimonials. Sometimes these can be placeholders or given to other people, and they can use them to modify, because sometimes people need something to give them a head start when it comes to reviews and testimonials, and it could be something that holds a space. But as you can see here, I'll row these out, but I couldn't believe the level of quality that Daryl's Painters provided. I hired them to paint my house and was surprised at how quickly it was done without any skimping on the job. JK from Williamsville, New York. Now, what it's doing is it's taking the location and bringing up personas that are within 10 miles of that. Okay. So it was really helpful to save money on the cost of my house painting project by using Daryl's Painters. Their discounts made it's so much more affordable for me. All right. And it's AB Kenmore, New York. The house painter I was assigned from Daryl's Painters made sure to get the job done on time and with perfect results. I'm really happy with their services. Okay. Daryl's Painters exceeded my expectations with the quality of their house painter. He was so professional and took pride in the work he did. The customer support I received from Daryl's Painters was amazing. They spent the time to answer my questions and walk me through the process of painting my house. And again, these are all different locations. Now, if you did it again, you would get more. And if you change this, like, here's the thing. The thing is, you can change this to like other keywords like, house painter near me, right? I'm just using this as an example, right? The things that people are searching for, and you can put that in here and you'll be able to, get the kinds of results that you're looking for. Okay. Look at these great reviews. I mean, this is incredible. Look at how long these things are. Right. I hired Daryl's Painters to paint my office and they exceeded my expectations. Apart from providing a competitive house painter cost, the painters paid close attention to details and went the extra mile in getting the job done quickly and efficiently. I would definitely recommend Daryl's Painters to anyone in need of reliable, quality house painting service. Very specific. This is, if you were to have reviews, you want them to sound like these. You could just send these to your customers and say, look, here are some examples of what you could say, right? And you could give it to them and let them pick on those, right? So this is all inside of Relevant.Page, okay? This is another part of it. Now, I'm just going to go to the last tool. And of course, I want to answer your questions. So go ahead and throw the questions in before we go. But if you're interested in the product or to become an affiliate, go to Relevant.Page and we can get you all set up. Now, this one is the People Also Ask AI Writer. Okay, this is like frequently asked questions right from Google itself. All right, so if I put in house painter in here, okay, what it's going to do is it's going to find the frequently asked questions regarding the topic. Uh, and then we can write off of that. So if we go ahead, let's see what happens here. You're going to get into the drop down box. Um, let's see here. Oops. I think I did it too many times at a short period of time, so I'm going to have to reset it and bring it back up. But this is a really great tool because it gives you HTML and FAQ schema. Thank you, Dr. Rob. Appreciate it. He's a fantastic job. Thank you. Appreciate that. All right. And then now here, right from Google, it says, how much does it cost to paint a 2,000 square foot house? How do we estimate the cost of a paint job on a house? How much does it cost to have a painter paint a 12 by 12 room? These are popular questions inside of Google that need answers. Okay. One click of a button with Relevant.Page, not only are you going to create perfect answers to these questions, and you can do the questions yourself. You can throw them into the research yourself. If you have Quora questions, throw them in here one by one by one by one. All right. It's going to answer them right here for you and give you the schema for it. Okay. So here are the answers to those questions. Here's the HTML. And here's the frequently asked questions schema. Okay, that can be there. You can also rewrite it. You can do a summary, and you can also do a translate. All right. So this is a great way to get traffic for your website as well, because when you go to like Quora or Yahoo Answers, what I don't think they do that anymore, but if you do those things, you can now get traffic because people see you answering questions in a group. If you go to a, let's say, Facebook group or some kind of group, right, and there's questions in there and you want to just like throw it in here. So let's say let's try something here. What if I did how to ride a bike as an adult? And let's say, how much does lettuce cost? And let's see, is bowling exercise? I don't know. I'm just coming up with things like creatively. Just try it out, right? Let's see. Okay. How to ride a bike as an adult? How much does lettuce cost? And is bowling exercise? All right. Let's just try these things out. We'll throw it into the research and see what kind of comes back. This is producing content. If you bring content in, now you can do something to bring in traffic. Okay. Let me just see. Oh, it just reset that. Let's see here. How much does lettuce? I thought it would let us do it from in here. I'll have to take a look at it and see. Okay, so it did say how much does lettuce cost in 2022? Was the question that it came up with. And it will go ahead and create the content for you. So this is the people also ask. It gives you an advantage to answer the kinds of questions that people are already looking for inside of Google, right? I mean, you might as well go to where people are and what they're looking to do. So, okay, so let's see. Look at some questions here. Let's see, Dr. Al, can I switch my book writing on this? Do you want to write a book with this? If you're trying to write a book, let me show you how I would do that with the one box writer. Okay. So if you're writing a book and on any particular subject, okay, one is you can grab the research from wherever. You just put in the URL and it'll grab the most important details from it and use it to feed the AI to write off of. That's one way to do it. The other way to do it is just give us some bullet points. Okay, give the tool some bullet points. So what I'm going to say is let's just show you that it can write, let's say fiction. So I'm going to say write fictional story about a life in New York City. Okay. And then I'm going to put character, I'm going to say Daryl, Dr. Rao, and Sonia. Okay. And then we're going to put in plot. Um, Dr. Rao teaches meditation and yoga. Um, and great wisdom. All right. So I know Dr. Rao, and so these are things that I know a little bit about him. So let's just see what happens if we just go ahead and generate off of this concept. Okay, and this is it. I mean, let's see if it'll write fiction about a story about these three characters. Okay, and it'll just write something fictional. Won't be anything exactly valid, but let's see if it can do it. All right, this is what it wrote so far, and you would just, if you wanted to write a story, you would just keep changing the plot, right? Just keep changing the different things in it. Okay. So it says Daryl was stressed out New Yorker, constantly feeling the pull of the city life tugging at him every which way. Little did he know the true relief from his worries and anxieties awaited him in the form of Dr. Rao. Dr. Rao taught meditation and yoga, promoting a lifestyle of mindfulness, serenity, and great wisdom. Daryl had heard about yoga and meditation before, but he never thought he would actually take part in them. He had a million and one things to do, and one of them involves slowing down to take deep breaths and strike a yoga pose. But when a trusted friend mentioned Dr. Rao's class, Daryl decided to give it a try. When Daryl arrived at Dr. Rao's studio, he felt a wave of calm that hadn't been there before. Exhaling loudly, he readied himself to embark on the journey of transformation Dr. Rao promised. Sonia, an old practitioner of the arts of meditation and yoga, was an invaluable asset to the class. She was a wise teacher and was able to both explain the complex concepts and bring the lesson to life with attractive stories and examples. Daryl found himself eagerly anticipating every Friday class and looking forward to more of Sonia's stories and pearls of wisdom. With Sonia's help, Daryl slowly began to reap the benefits of meditation and yoga. The two practices allowed him to connect deeply with himself and strengthen his mental and emotional resilience. Moreover, practicing the poses left him feeling physically invigorated and alert. As the months and years passed, Daryl became more in tune with himself and additionally experienced an inexplicable lightness of being. He had the newfound assurance and unwavering strength in his endeavors and was no longer weighed down by unnecessary anxieties. Dr. Rao was the facilitator of Daryl's transformation, and for that, Daryl will be forever grateful. Without Dr. Rao's teachings and Sonia's expertise, Daryl would never have been able to take life in New York City in stride, and it was because of the pair's guidance that he embraced life with a new zest and appreciation. For Daryl, the practice of yoga and meditation was a thousand times better than what he had experienced and will continue to be the cornerstone of his well-being. Now, all of that was created with the AI of Relevant.Page. All we did was say, here are the characters, here's the plot, right? And no, the question is this going to pass the AI detection? And we'll go ahead and test it and see if our story is good enough. And it is 100% human, according to that tool. We'll go ahead and grab this. Did Relevant.Page pass? It did. Totally pass that. All right. So could you use it to write a fictional book? Yes. Could you write a nonfiction book? Absolutely, you could. So you could put write ebook chapter on uh let's see, yoga for beginners, right? And then you could just say chapter part one is breathing, right? And just see, okay, what comes out of this. Now you use this, right, as an assistant, not to write completely off of, right? The idea is you can use it to help you to get some things on paper, right? And then you can rearrange this, so you can write it in several different ways, and you can add different ideas, okay? And all this content right here has been written based on that. So it says getting started on your yoga journey can be exciting and a little overwhelming. So many poses to learn, classes to choose from, all this kind of stuff. It's just helping you, and you are the expert. So as anybody, you just write right off of this. You set it to what you're doing. Are you writing, an article? Are you writing, a video script? Let's do that. Somebody was asking me for a video script. So write a video script for SEO for beginners on YouTube channel. Like, okay, let's just try it. We're writing a video script for SEO for beginners on a YouTube channel. And thank you, Dr. Rao. Appreciate that. This is excellent. Okay. All right, here we go. So, as a content creator, this is what it says. As a content creator, there's nothing better than having your videos rank high in the search engines, but getting there is not an easy feat, especially if you're just starting out. Learning the basics of SEO can make all the difference when it comes to views. And here's a few tips, blah, blah, blah. And it's like a listicle, goes through the whole thing. And, you can put in different things in there to format it. So video script, you can do something like that, right? He says I'm sold. Yeah, I mean, it really is a no-brainer. It's definitely a no-brainer. So definitely check it out. So Relevant.Page, if you just want to give it a test drive, anybody that wants to give it a test drive, we just asked $7 for 48 hours for our highest plan. We have a lower plan that's $49, but it doesn't include all of the tools that I showed you here. So it's better if you're interested in the top plan. And I'll tell you what, I'm not sure if anybody has any questions, but if you do have any questions for me, go ahead and go to Daryl.chat. That's Daryl.chat. And I can go ahead and answer any questions for you after this call. But yes, you can do a video script. That's a great question on any particular topic. You just set it up. And yeah, so I'm trying to think of what else we could ask it to do. How about write a recipe for brownies? And this is the one box writer. You just tell it what you want, and it'll come back with what you're looking for. Now, it doesn't write code as far as that goes. That was but here's a really nice recipe. Look at it. It goes right through the entire thing. Decadent, delightful brownies. If you're looking for a delectable treat that requires minimal effort, then look no further than these delightful brownies. The speedy, sweet, and tantalizing this sweetie, sweet, and tantalizing your taste buds, and you have the feeling completely satisfied. It gives you the recipe here, how to preheat the oven, large bowl, blah blah blah. It's there. Okay, no problem. If you wanted it to do, somebody said, can you write fan fiction? I don't even know what fan fiction is, but she just did like fan fiction of Superman and Miss Piggy. I don't know. So let's see what happens, right? I know a lot of people read this stuff. I don't have time to read this stuff. Anybody out there read any fan fiction or know anybody that does it, they do weird things in these things. Okay. So, but look at, you know, a true love story between Superman and Miss Piggy, right? And it did it. I'm not going to read it, but I'm just saying, it can do, any kind of thing that you want. This one box writer, you just kind of tell it what you want. And you can do it. Now, if you like, say, we went into here and we just grab a random article, right, that just came out. All right, let's just grab this one right here, just completely at random, right? And you want to have something, okay, on this. This is on Fox Business. Just going to grab the article here. Let's go to the one box writer. Going to clear everything. I love this. I'll show you. This thing is really cool how it'll do this, guys. If you go to the one box writer, and we're just going to paste in the article as our research, okay, and we're going to jack this up. I haven't even read this article. It just says Apple plans release mixed. I'm just going to click on this. Guys, this is 2 years in the making. This just didn't happen overnight. We've been working on this for a long time to put this together for you tonight. So this has been a long time in the making. I've been working very hard to make this happen. So look at this. This is information that has now been put together, and I haven't put any kind of angle or brand or anything like that. This is taking the article and rewriting it off of the details. Now we're going to go in and just see is that plagiarized, right? Is that unique content? And it's from an article on Fox News business channel. Okay. We're going to pop it into this tool called Copyscape, which is a plagiarism checking tool, right? Some people might be familiar with this, and it checks out billions and billions of pages to see if it is plagiarized. So we're going to take an article here, and guess what? It's 300 words, and it's not found anywhere on the web the way I wrote it with the AI. Now, if I go here, and there's some controversy. Did you write it with the AI? I don't think so. I think you have to then, make it yours. I think you use it as an assistant, just like you do. Like, nobody has the patent on a calculator's output, right? It's a calculation, and you're required to make sure that it's valid for what you're doing. So it's important that you do that. Okay, I put that in the wrong box. Sorry about that. I'm going to go to the AI detection. Pop that in there and just go ahead and see if that passes. This is 91% human written. All I did was take this article here, and now I have what you can do. What I want to show you is if you're in here, you grab this, and then you're going to put in something like I don't know, IBM tried VR and failed. I don't know. I'm just making this up. And then you could say Microsoft is a leader in AR and VR. Again, I'm just completely making this up, right? But we're going to mix this with this article. I'm just going to show you the kinds of things that it can do. Let's see. Mary asked a question. So it completely rewrote the article like spin text would. Yeah, but it's not. Like, it's completely different, rewritten totally. So, like, here we go. Now it says, this news comes on the heel of IBM's failed attempt at entering the market. Serves as a warning to other companies, because I put the notes in here. See, this is what I'm trying to tell you. You can have your research come from any which way you find it, and then you can make it yours by putting in some various valid points, some various things that would make it your blog post or your point of view. Okay, so I put something about Microsoft just to see. Let me see where Microsoft comes in this. Okay, Microsoft have significant advances in the field of AR and VR innovations. That's what I put. I put that in here as leader in, and it expands on that. See, so other time, so here is here is a way that you can use it is to grab some research. It can be from any kind of journal or like research or something that's truthful and honest, and then you can go ahead and put your different points on it. So let's say, for example, if I said to here would say blog post from Daryl Ledyard about um, Daryl Ledyard, comma, and opinion is favorable about Apple, and let's say CTA Ledyard.co. Okay. So I'm doing a call to action to my website. I'm saying my opinion is favorable, and it's a blog post, and I put some details. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and run that. Now I'm grabbing a URL. I'm grabbing the information from that URL. I'm making it a blog post. This is the one box writer. You just tell it what you want. You give it some research. You give it some basic information. And now here you go. Okay. So now, yeah, it's not enough to maybe write a full long blog post, but here you go. This is now doing exactly what I asked it to do. It's now putting it exactly in the same sort of perception. The kind of details are in here, and now I'm building this thing out. And if it's definitely going to be copyscape proof because we just made that up right from putting in our inputs. And that's where I think that the AI does become you. Now, this is 100% real human generated content. According to that tool, we put it into here and we do a test into this output detector. It's again, nearly 100%. We go in here and we pop this in. These are just checking to see if it's like human text. And look, it's 100%. Okay. We just created this with Relevant.Page. Research coming directly from Fox Business. We put the details and everything. This is just like the research. Like if you were to do a term paper and try to figure out what something's about, this does that. With the artificial intelligence that we have, it automatically finds out what the page is about, then writes on it uniquely and on its own. It doesn't spin it. It doesn't copy everything word for word. It's generating it completely on its own. Okay. Off of the research. There's no tool that I have found that does what Relevant.Page does. And I'm happy with it being that way. I'm sure others will start to see what we're doing and copy us, of course. But this is the idea, is that we are the first to market with this. And if you want to get on board, go to Relevant.Page, and get yourself on the plan and get it. If you want to earn some money off of this innovation, go to the top of the page, I believe. Just let me see if it's on there. I think once you're inside, we give you, oh, here it is, become an affiliate. And you can go ahead and click on that and fill out this form, and you can become an affiliate. There's no cost to become an affiliate. You'll get your own link to send people to this, and you can sell Relevant.Page and get a recurring income 15% on every time that you spend money on Relevant.Page. So if you're excited about this, if you really like what this thing is doing, definitely tell other people about it. If it's something that they could use to kind of give them a little bit of an upper hand on writing their content, maybe they're stuck on writing some pages in their book and they just want to speed up the process. Look, your accountant uses a calculator, okay? This is the calculator for your authorship, right? If you're going to be a writer or copywriter, this is your tool that helps you to do that, right? The other tools like ChatGPT and those, they do not pass the AI detector. And if they do, a lot of the content, you have to fill in all of these different things, and they just give you a minuscule amount of content. They don't give you a ton of content, right? We give you a ton of content with a little bit of outputs and just change it. And then just, like I said, just have a notepad, bring it into there and just rearrange it. Make it the way you want it. Change the wording, make it yours, right? Make it yours, and you'll be good to go, right? So we got the AI writer for frequently asked questions right from Google's People Also Ask. We have the website copywriter, which gives you a chance to write testimonials, service pages, about us pages, home pages, etc., all in one form. We got the One Box AI Writer, which is my favorite tool in the pack. It gives you everything in one simple box. And then we have the original Relevant AI Writer, which comes with the 1,000 generation plan, and it gives you everything you need pretty much. It's just I like some of the other tools better, so that's why that's in the premium plan. Some of the other tools, but this is the main tool that you get when you get the 1,000 generation plan. If you upgrade to the other plans, you'll get the other copies. All right. Now I'm going to open up the floor right now for anybody inside this to ask your questions, and just put them inside the comment. And if you're watching on the replay, go ahead and tell me what your questions are, and I'll try to answer them for you afterwards, and answer those questions for you. If you have any questions, also you can reach out to me at Daryl.chat. I don't get an immediate answer from that sometimes, but if you are patient, we'll get you an answer as soon as we can. Okay, so let's see here. So the website is Relevant.Page. Relevant.Page. We've been here just over an hour, so we're going to shut this talk down. But if you go to Relevant.Page, you can get access to this tool, and you can watch the video of some of the features. If you want to watch this over again, it'll be on my YouTube channel. Just search up Relevant.Page, and you'll find our Mass Page YouTube channel, and you can go ahead and watch this on the replay. If anybody is watching this on the replay, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and a subscribe if you want to see more from our innovative tools. We currently have 9 softwares we've built, and a lot of them are still underground. You haven't seen them yet. So things are really shaping up to be a great year here for 2023. So I'd love to have you guys following the channel for that. And again, if you have any questions, go to Daryl.chat, and I'd be happy to answer any questions that you have. One last chance for you to ask your questions live on the live stream, if you guys have any questions. Otherwise, I will close down this talk. My throat's getting a little bit dry. I'm going to take a little sip while I'm waiting for a question to come up. I guess that's a lot of talking. Dr. Rowell, you're very welcome. Thank you for coming up. And yes, if anybody has any questions, I know Mary, who's put in a question that you recently got, Relevant.Page, I believe. So if you have any questions, I think you've learned a lot just watching this, so that's a really good thing. And yeah, last chance to ask any questions. Otherwise, guys, thank you for spending some time with me here, just over an hour. We're gonna stop this one down. If you have any questions, go to Daryl.chat, or if you're interested in this tool, it is state of the art, and it is for professionals. It's Relevant.Page is the website. And I promise you, we're going to keep innovating. We got some things on the back end I can't tell you about, but it's even going to extend what this can do even farther. So if you're happy with this, get it before we raise the prices. And the top features are going to be going away to like a higher price, because people are like, I cannot believe you're doing unlimited for this. So we'll probably not make it unlimited, and the price will probably go up for the unlimited plan. So in the future. So if you're interested in the unlimited plan, you want to get it for under $100 a month, definitely get your hands on that. Think about how much this is going to save you on hiring copywriters, or what is your time worth? Think about that, guys. What is your time worth? If this can cut down a lot of your minutes, it adds up across the month. So think about it. Is your time worth something? If it is, then get this tool, because I think it can help you, and it can definitely get you, get you moving a lot faster in the work that you do. Okay. If you're just watching now, you're just coming in, go ahead and watch the replay. It'll be on my channel, Mass Page Tools. And yeah, definitely. Thank you guys for being here and showing up. That is a big part of this. And I really appreciate all of the fine comments that we got on the live here today. And again, throw your comments inside of the replay, and I'll be sure to answer them for you. Again, ChatGPT and Jasper and Copy AI. Go ahead. If you haven't already sampled those, take a look at those and then try our tool out. Take that 48-hour test drive and see what the difference is. When a tool is made for professionals, it actually works practically and does a great job. The other tools are, I think, more like, not really gonna perform as well in the search engines, and that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for tools that will perform better in the search engines, and I think that's what's most important for the work that I do personally. So again, thank you guys so much for being here and on the live and on the replay. We'll catch you next time. Bye bye.